The New Patriotic Party says pleas for either Boache Jacko or Francis Adenimo to step down for the other have so far not been heeded too. The two garnered 9 votes each, forcing the party to schedule Saturday, September 2 for a runoff. The party, after a meeting with some of the aspirants, revealed that the National Executive Committee and the National Council of the party will on Wednesday meet to find an amicable solution. Citi News' Hansen Ajiman reports.
The New Patriotic Party has begun processes to address concerns of all stakeholders in the aftermath of the August 26 Special Delegates Conference. This conference returned with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia leading, Kennedy Ejapon coming second, Alan Kojo Chomanten placing third, Dr. Osu Efriye Akoto placing fourth, Boache Ejako and Francis Adenimo getting the same number of votes, leading to a tie. The party invited all aspirants and their representatives to first get their response and reactions to some of the issues. Some of the candidates that were present included Kennedy Ohini Ejapon as well as Kojo Poku Nsafwa, who got 3 votes. There were representatives of some of the leading candidates. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was represented by Frederick Owari. Alan Kojo Chomanten was represented by former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Ohene Into, and also Dr. Owusu Efriye Akoto was represented by Ken Wood, also a former voter regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party. According to Citi News sources, the meeting to a large extent was to gather feedback from these aspirants or their representatives and how the party can forge forward going on to November 4. The meeting with the aspirants lasted for over 2 hours. It gave the opportunity to the aspirants to give feedback to the elections committee. Some of the aspirants and their representatives, after the meeting, expressed their satisfaction with the entire process, even though disappointed in their performances.
Clearly congratulate the election committee for a good work done. And where there's a blemish or where there is a problem, we basically have to highlight and resolve those problems. The election hasn't ended. This was just a preliminary shortlisting of 5. The actual election will happen in November 4th. So the election committee wanted to get our views on what went wrong, where they can do better, and what are some of the observations that we have to report. And we've done that, and we've done it in the in an atmosphere of discussion.
You are in the top 5. How has Dr. Efriye Akoto been feeling since Saturday?
Oh, he's highly elated. Naturally, we are disappointed because we thought we could do better than that, But we have always known that our strength is on the ground, beyond the Special Electoral College. We are stronger on the ground.
Key amongst the concerns raised before the elections committee was the violent incidents recorded in some of the voting centers. Aspirants who were concerned by these incidents also took the opportunity to bring them to the attention of the elections committee.
Who are found to have been culpable will receive the necessary disciplinary action to send the right signal, because this is not the end. We are now facing the November 4th vote election, which involves over 200,000 delegates, in which case you are going to have more than 1,000, in some cases, 1,500 voters at one voting center. If you use Northeast as an example, you had only 28 voting at a voting center, and this is what happened.
This appears to be a major concern in the aftermath of the polls. Former President John Dramani Mahama, in a Facebook post, for instance, described the acts as a testament of what he believes is the violent nature of the New Patriotic Party. But the National Youth Wing of the party say the comments by the NDC flag bearer are hypocritical in nature.
Hypocrisy is ingrained in the DNA of the NDC and former John Dramani Mahama. He was president when we went to Talensi. Talensi was a bloodbath. He was a beneficiary of it. Maybe he has forgotten. But I'm clearing his eyes that he should remove those pecks of hypocrisy and he'll begin to see very well. You don't bring Azoka boys in elections and tell us that they are coming to catch rabbits.
The meeting was also used to discuss whether or not the party should hold a runoff for Boakye Ejiakor and Francis Adenimo, who garnered 9 votes each. But it appears pleas for either one of them to step down for the other are not yielding results.
There's a tie at the 5th and 6th positions, and we are now thinking through how we are going to resolve that tie. So we don't know how it's going to end. We are all praying and hoping that understanding will prevail eventually for the party to move on. That's what I can say for now. It's a matter of prevailing on them to, if one could give in to the other. But it looks like they are all prepared to go the full haul. So we are getting ready to meet tomorrow, National Council. NEC will meet, followed by National Council, and then trying to find a solution or finality to the dialogue that we are trying to.
The National Youth Wing is hoping the runoff will be avoided.
I think we still have some days to go. Let's engage. The Honorable Boakye Ejiakor, Adenimo are party stalwarts. Let's engage to see what is the best way forward for the party. Reconvening all 920 something people at 17 different locations. Is it in the best interest of the party? Cost, time, everything. So these are discussions that we will have in the next few days. Tomorrow we have emergency council and NEC meeting, and I'm sure it will come up.
Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong, who was part of Tuesday's meeting, however, spent considerable amount of time with the committee, even after his colleagues had left. When he came out of the meeting room, Mr. Agyapong, who has been dragged to the disciplinary committee for his showdown comment, will not answer any question posed by journalists. His campaign manager also refused to answer any questions on what transpired at the meeting. Quickly, what happened at the meeting today? What happened today? Your candidate says he's not going to speak. Chairman, what happened today? The Elections Committee, however, explained to the media what transpired with Kennedy Agyapong.
We met the aspirants and reviewed what happened on Saturday, and I must say that we had a fruitful engagement, very fruitful. Again, some agents also came out with their reports on certain happenings, isolated cases where they had some difficulties. We heard them. They had an opportunity to give us a full report of what happened. We are going to meet some other members again on Thursday. We also had an opportunity to meet with one of the aspirants who made certain statements, whose statement went viral, and had a positive engagement with him. And I must say that so far, so good. We should be meeting again on Thursday, and once we are done on Thursday, the committee will come out and make known to you its conclusions. But so far, so good. All is well, and we appreciate their cooperation so far, and the atmosphere of engagement has been positive. Tomorrow, we would have also the opportunity to engage higher authorities in the party who were given a mandate by higher authorities in the party. So there's going to be a report to those bodies, and I'm sure we'll take the rest up thereafter. Thank you very much.
Is the meeting with Honorable Kennedy Japan different from the disciplinary committee hearing?
The committee in charge of this election has been given a mandate, and we are on with our mandates, and so far so good.
The New Patriotic Party has indicated that meetings will be held from Wednesday to ensure that an amicable solution is reached as far as the tie situation between Boakye Jakon and Francis Adenimo. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Ajeman.